Hey Shri Krishna, happy Saturday, and I'm back. I've been traveling for some time, so I'm back, and today Moon is in Mrigashira Nakshatra in Gemini. Now, Mrigashira, even though it's associated with Soma as the Vedic deity, it's got a very strong affinity and connection with Rohini, as well as Brahma and Shiva. There is that energy of Brahma's fifth head also in Mrigashira. Okay, Mriga is also associated with the deer and searching. So today I'm going to be talking about Chaturmas has started already, right? So today I'm going to be talking about Shiva, right? The interesting story about the Shiva's third eye. Okay, what is the origin and what is the significance of Lord Shiva's third eye? All right. Okay. So first you have to understand the third eye is a very important eye. Not everybody has three eyes. Okay. So if I know my facts correct, there are only three people who has got three eyes. Okay, three people in Hinduism. Okay. The first one is Lord Shiva. Second is Bhrigu, Saptarishi Bhrigu. Third is Ashwatthama. Okay, three eyes. Now I'll keep Shiva aside for a minute. Bhrigu's third eye is in his right leg below, and the story goes is that eye which is in the leg is supposed to be seeing the world below. Okay, the Patala Loka. So that is why the third eye is there. Ashwatthama, born to Dronacharya and Kripi, sister of Kripacharya. Okay, Ashwatthama. And if you see, he's got an eye here. He was invoked specifically with Lord Shiva by Drona. They say that it is the energy of Lord Shiva which was born as Ashwatthama, which is why he's a Chiranjeevi. And the third eye is also a jewel. This part, right? He's got a jewel, a money, which was used to revive, Abhimanyu, right? Born to, not Abhimanyu, I said Abhimanyu's, Abhimanyu's child Parikshit, born to basically Uttara and Abhimanyu, okay, Parikshit. And Lord Krishna used that money. He is still a Chiranjeevi. Ashwatthama. Okay, so Ashwatthama is a Chiranjeevi. He had an eye. Bhrigu had an eye, Saptarishi, and Lord Shiva. Okay, now let's go back to, so these three people are very unique for the three eyes. Okay, the third eye of Lord Shiva is what we're going to talk about today. It's called, the third eye, right, is called Trinetra, or which is also called Gyan Chakshu, which is the eye of wisdom. Okay, this eye represents divine knowledge. Okay, and it's also a balance between evil and good, and to maintain the balance like a Libra, Thula. And it's also the supreme consciousness. Okay, it is just not a symbol of destruction, but it signifies beyond it, which means creation, right? Progression, transformation, and the ability to see beyond illusion, which is the actual truth. Okay, now how did Shiva get the third eye? This is a very interesting thing, right? Now you have to go back to Shiva Purana. Okay, Shiva Purana is the first source. So in Shiva Purana, right, it specifically speaks about Shiva's three eyes, and it gives the meaning of it. So the right eye represents the sun, okay, which is associated with light, energy, action, truth, and ethics. Okay, the left eye represents the moon, okay, which is about the care, motherly care, peace, compassion, and calmness. Okay, now comes the third eye, the Trinetra. It represents divine wisdom, okay, cosmic balance, and higher consciousness as well as spiritual insight. Okay, so when does the third eye opens? It is always closed. It is opened only when dharma is threatened. Okay, whenever dharma goes out of hand, out of balance, right? And the eye opens out to destroy the negativity and to bring back, restore the balance. And in these 4 months or so, little over 4 months, Sun in Cancer to all the way to Sun in Scorpio, by the time, which is what, November, right? Shiva is the one who's going to take care of this. So if you see incidents happening, right, the third eye is in action. If you see unusual incidents and all those things happening. Okay, now comes to the origin of Lord Shiva's third eye. Okay, now again, this is in Shiva Puran. It goes to the story of Lord Shiva when he was deep in meditation, right? Parvati comes, right? And when he opens up his eyes for after meditation, he's done with his meditation. Parvati, goes and fancifully closes the eyes of Shiva. And it's sun and moon energy. It's a sun and moon light. So as soon as she came from behind and when Shiva opened his eyes, right, the eyes were closed, okay, and with both her hands. So what does that means is that because it's sun and moon and light, the entire, not just earth, right, universe, right, went into darkness. Okay, went into sheer darkness because sun and moon light energy is closed. Okay, so humans, animals, living beings felt like it's not even eclipse, worse than an eclipse, whole global power cut kind of a thing. Okay, and it was like full darkness. In this process, Shiva itself cursed Parvati that you don't understand all this, you will also be reborn as a human. Okay, because the cosmic balance is altered. Okay, so now he realized that in any case, if his eyes are closed, this eye has to be open. Okay, so then he manifested, Lord Shiva himself manifested a third eye, which is on the forehead. Okay, from which divine radiance emerged. Okay, and it started illuminating the whole earth, cosmos, universe, etc. from darkness. Okay, so this is the true emergence of the third eye. Okay, so the two eyes, the right and left, sun and moon. Okay, and he said if the third eye has not emerged, the whole universe, right, whole universe would have been demolished. So that is the origin. Second, there is also a story about Kamdev and Shiva's third eye. Okay, so this is a very interesting story. When Daksha Yajna finishes, Sati kind of dies, right? And what happens is, so Sati dies. Okay, so Lord Shiva went into penance because he got really upset and he went into like a depression. Okay, and he went to deep meditation and it's kind of a detachment. So then what happened is all the gods were worried. Okay, and they said that Parvati missing, that they need to bring back somehow Parvati, right, as Daksha, from Dakshayani to Hemavati. Okay, so to wake up Shiva from his medication, because he was deep in meditation. Okay, so to wake him up, what happened is all the gods, went to Kamdev. Okay, and told him that, use your flower-tipped arrow and point it out to Shiva so that the feelings of love and, emotions come in. Okay. So in this process, when Shiva woke up also, he kind of started feeling emotions and missing Parvati in a way. Okay. But it also, what happened is he opened his eyes from penance, right? Deep penance. And by mistake, instead of the two eyes opening first, the third eye opened. And now came the divine energy, okay, which gave an intense blaze, they say, which reduced Kamadev to ashes immediately. Okay, so this also speaks about the third eye, where the third eye presence is there, but originally it comes from Shiva and Parvati from Shiva Puran. All right, okay. So why is the third eye so powerful? Okay, so the third eye is like a fire, Agni energy. Okay, but it's the fire, it's just not a fire or agni of anger. Okay, it's a divine force which can actually kill, destroy, eliminate ego, right? Illusion, maya, ignorance, okay, adharmic activities, lust, falsehood, right? Anything wrong, negative activities. Okay, so this is the eye which is supposed to perceive the ultimate truth. Okay, and the truth is beyond the material world. Okay, just not even spiritualism, it's also a balance. Okay, it creates a balance in the universe. Okay, in order for the universe to reform and transform. All right. Okay, so the third eye typically is closed most of the time. Okay, which is because it's like a secret weapon, you can call it. Okay, and Shiva tries to hold that energy. It's only needed when it's used. So in Bhrigu story also, what happened? Lord Vishnu removed the third eye of Bhrigu's third eye, which is in the right leg. Lord Vishnu. So Lord Vishnu removed. Same thing, Krishna removed the third eye from Ashwatthama, technically. So both sage Bhrigu, Saptarishi Bhrigu, and Ashwatthama lost the third eye. So end of the day, eventually Lord Shiva is the only one who has the third eye today. Right? And end of the day, because both of them did something which was adharmic, they lost the third eye. So Vishnu stamping on, not Vishnu, Bhrigu stamping on Vishnu here, right, was an adharmic thing. And the third eye was restored because he kind of leashed the Brahmastra, okay, on Uttara's womb, where Parikshit was there, right? Lord Krishna cursed him. And in order to revive that, he has to use that thing. So he lost that third eye power. So both Saptarishi Bhrigu and Ashwatthama lost it. Yeah, but the third eye is a very important power. It's the power, right, which is there, which is also used with self-control and responsibility. Okay, I hope this video was helpful, guys. But next time when you visit a Shiva temple and when you see the third eye, make sure to observe it. It's a very powerful eye. If you are being cheated, if there is other big thing happening to you in your life or anything like that, right, pray to Shiva and look at the third eye and pray. You will always get an answer. If adharmic things have happened and if everything is right in your hand. Okay, if everything is right in your hand and if adharmic things have happened to you, see Shiva with the third eye. That is the most important thing, where dharma will be restored for you. Okay, I hope this video was helpful. Press the like button if you like it. Follow the channel and do share your comments as well. Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you.